Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Yorubaland series of Crusader Kings 3 here on the Lord Master channel, in which the High Kingdom has been expanding northwards a bit, all due to the vassal who wishes to become more powerful, but at least it's someone who's more friendly, unlike the predecessor, who was, a real pain in the, where. Along with the strange goods, merchants bring tall tales of distant lands, unverifiable, full of wonder. A group of Zarakule peddlers report to have brought Harla objects, Sadaka from the faraway court of the great ruler. Ugas Kasowe of Kada, no less. Sogalon, the leading trader, grins darkly. This unique hammer could be yours for a special price, of course, great Uni. Likely yarn indeed. I look for Iwantuma for guidance. I cannot recommend this work, my mage. The hammered dents are wistful, he nods at me stupidly. Don't want that. Scandalous priest. Always with that man. That was my damn good marshal. Ah, great, it's you. I got an idea, even though I probably won't like it, but just wait until a few months, because we're going to go on another grand tour. And it's going to be a long tour. Oh yes, she's making a table for me. So I'll say, stick to your own duties. That's all you got? Ah, excellent. Now we can begin. It's gonna cost a lot, and there's a lot of places to go to. So... we're just crisscrossing. So it'll be 8 different stops. I don't want you to give me... well, actually, if you want to make travel safer, knowing that I'm awfully paranoid, how about we be safe and bring those Trans-Saharan merchants so we can make some back. And by the time we come back, we're gonna craft some more of the good artifacts. A lot of potential danger, and you are gonna be around for a while, since you're the caravan master who is with the dam. That is average versus excellent. I don't know what differences that make other than, hey, you're well traveled. But you ain't. You ain't well traveled, but at least you're impatient, which helps with the speed. 90 years old and you're still feeling fine. When someone's infirm, their skill goes to all hell. Oh, what's the risk, huh? What's the risk? He's still got great learning despite this. We're taking him with us. Let's do this. This is going to take up a good portion of this episode. Another grand tour in the name of fame. Although we'll be traveling very, very slow, which buys us more time to get those Trans-Saharan merchant deals. We were resting along the road in Ondu when the traveling Yoruba bar happened to pass by. She introduced herself as Oludara Ademola. One of my guards offered the woman a few coins in exchange for some entertainment. Men sang through several songs in the local Yoruba dialect. There was little doubt about her talent. The melancholy songs had touched our hearts deeply, and the joyful songs roused our spirits. I'll try to note down the songs I like. This character recently heard some local folk songs they really liked, and they made note that they could remember about these songs, even if it's not the same as hearing about them in person. Only the absolute sovereign guides me. That's what I say. Build this for a little more tax income in future. Also, what? Uh-oh. Oh, no. Hope it doesn't spread too much. Especially when I go to these places and... Well, actually, I'll be, going over, so... What did they say about spreads of minor? Minor. Now, what is this? Holy fire. Anyone that suffers from painful seizures, headaches, nausea, and diarrhea. Involuntary spasms make it look like as they were dancing. Anybody who gets it will get a critical penalty. Be careful. And plus we're traveling very, very slow. Because I decided to be safe, along with guiding Trans-Saharan merchants. Cultural festival here. Obvious. It has spread to this barony. One sec. It's likely going to spread up there, but once it gets to the river, then it's definitely going to affect other places. I've been traveling for a long time, until I found a cave in the wilderness. Curious, took a few steps in, saw nothing but darkness. I motioned for one of the guards to bring a torch, and once I had the light from the torch to help us see further, I realized that this cave must have been very deep. A couple of bats were hanging about, observing me warily as I considered what to do. If you see bats in caves in real life in this part of Africa, stay away from them. You may never know what they contain these days. Huh. Saw it on TV once. But for me, I'm feeling adventurous. Let's explore the cave. Because it helps with the stewardship and the lifestyle experience since I'm into that. A wooden stage stands proudly in the middle of the square. Festive wreaths hang from the poles and actors on one of the sides, giggling and chatting. They all go silent to a nana of Omiyasogi oxen with chest puffed up, so proud. I'd like to announce that the play is in honor of our most distinguished guest, Uni Agendomide, is about to begin. Please tonight. The story goes on and on, talking about the streets of VIET and my deeds. And there I'm dressed like a buffoon. What do you think you're doing? Already we're off to the bad start. Off the remote corner of the vessel, I find an elaborately decorated tent. The materials and patterns are alien to me. So different from what I've seen back home. Its owner is stranger still, smiling at me, knowing above the clasped hands. Ah, Uni. I say much in your future. Come give me a coin and I'll tell all. Well, let's be honest, I've experienced plenty of things and seen some things, so a coin you shall have, and I'll be superstitious for the next 15 years. I doubt you're gonna pay me tribute because of the attitude. No, she gave in. Well, after all, she is intimidated of me. Look at that, I hear as I walk down the streets of Overhaul. My courtier, Aisha, is pointing to what seemed to be known as Holokud's Fishmonger's Guild. A smile quickly appears on her face, blissful. A group of princes are kneeled down in front of the workbench. The master supervisors are crouched on the lintel of the door, arms crossed, chin up. You'll need a bit more strength for that, son. Aisha takes a step in their direction, completely mesmerized. Go ahead, Aisha. Pay them a visit. She becomes curious and increased her stewardship skill. And soon we will, travel up there. As the dancing plague continues to spread more locally. Very good amount. We know we must tread carefully in the bogs of Ninja. This eerie place unsettles me to my core. There are a myriad of dangers to guard against. Quiet! Quiet, quiet, hang on. Shut up. Something going on with my phone. Somehow it picked up my voice and it caused such things. Okay, anyways, let's read that again. We know we must tread carefully at the bogs of Asia. The eerie place themselves are in my cores. There are myriad of dangers to guard against. My entourage has been instructed to take every precaution accordingly. Looking back at the head of the column, I take count of my companions. One of us is missing. Antiquity. He's the Trans-Saharan merchant. Sending my carols. Alright. Welcome back to the entourage. I hate to lose that merchant right here, right now, because that would have been, devastating. We arrived at the small village of Egalitarian to see quite a commotion in the town square. An unfortunate creature is surrounded by furious villagers. The bleak, hopeless look in his eyes fades and brightens as he notices my processions approach. My Uni! These villagers say my actions have made a sinner of me, but it is all lies. I want to give you Uni's justice. True, the evidence is circumstantial, but a lowly person should never speak to their Uni. Serving me will be his punishment. You will be the new court physician. 1 second. A pleasant stroll through the Egalitarian jungle makes me really appreciate the landscape around us. The luminous green, saturated as a Duchess dress made of the finest fabric. The rays of sunshine filtered through the canopy as liquid ether. A vibrant smell, perhaps a campfire. A turn of my entourage observed caravan master Chindy's little face. Fire! She screams, pointing at the not so distant flames. Her eyes just been trapped. Oh, Aisha. She's a good woman. Alema, you go. She won't get killed, but will she go unharmed or will be wounded? Wounded. Okay. We found a replacement. Found a better physician for the job and treated your wounds. It's a spreading. Oh, there's a pretty good chance that it's going down this way. Because when it comes to risk of infections, it's lower in the savannah. But in the jungle and the forests, they have a better chance at that. But remember, I'm not at court, so I should be alright. I'm sure it'll all go away by the time we swing around up, after we swing around up there. I'm confident at this. Thank you for the performance. Does already have that amount of fire. Another cultural festival. So this is a table of masterful craftsmanship. It is constructed from oak panels. The wood is varnished to give it a rich, dark shine. Olumare is my strength, as it says. Well, this can break. And this will be its replacement. And look at that. Even got a vase on it. In addition to that magnificent statue. Oops, wait. No. Table goes here, statue stays there. You got that? Let's try to establish a trade route. Give it an attempt. As we're going to still make some fortune back. What's it to you? You refused. Always the rebellious one, huh? He's only killed one character so far. The Great Shade Tree of Ife. A village in Ife has a giant tree that was planted many generations ago to provide shade for the villagers. It's something of a popular sight for people to visit. Also Hedrumiman, I don't know if that's how you pronounce that, has visited several times and suggested that it could donate some funds and assist to caring for that tree. So you have a giant shade tree which increases a bit of development. So now one of the villages in this capital province is famous for its giant shade tree. Even those from neighboring villages further away come to enjoy themselves under this mighty tree. Rulers of this county have access to the giant shade tree activity. So, if we could visit that. At least it won't cost too much since it's right here in our capital. But we can set some funds to increase the length. Like this is 10 years, but this one will last 20 years. This option increases how long the counter modifier question to the default option. So there you go. Tiny bit of development. And you can visit this shade tree at any time. Tour the grounds there. So now that's an option. We got busy trade routes. Alright, right in the middle. That increased the main tax from 20 years. Every little bit helps. Wandering the countryside of Overhaul, I happen across what seems to be a gathering of peasants in a small hamlet. They're accompanied by their proud owners, plump and healthy livestock raised, looking good enough to take a bite right out as they are. The peasants occasionally bring their goods to be judged, analyzing their size and wealth. They seem to be holding some sort of festival. As soon as I've noticed, they're eager to show me the fruits of their labor. How wonderful. I'll judge the contest. Yeah, it's going away now. What are the chances that it might become... Oh, go reinfect it. It hasn't spread to the river yet, but once it touches it, then it's definitely going to give it some new life to it. Spread to Savalu. You're fused. As always. Oh, it spread that way. Now it's in its capital. Itching closer to the EPE, which is a 5% chance of being infected. Take care of it. Well, meanwhile, I'm traveling this way. $49 gold, excellent. $48. Making good coin. Each will provide for us. If it spreads to oil itself, then we got an issue. G4. Fortified knowledge. The high altitude and brisk air of Zaire has a very refreshing qualities which traverse the local hill fort. The soldiers in the valley below appear to be practicing a rare type of training technique I haven't seen before. Before moving closer, I'm failing to restrain my curiosity. While doing so, I'm approached by local captain Jankara. Would you like to join in, my lord? Sure, I'm always up for a challenge. I got rough terrain expert. You eat it. Every little bit of delay is good. It's starting to go away now. Summon for dinner. We don't typically look at each other eye to eye. It's been a long and wondrous evening of reverie and merriment. Many a goblet of mead is shared between me and my good host. Never would seem that she's been trying to drink more than me, always filling her own goblet a little higher than mine. Is this some sort of quiz challenge? Perhaps I ought to set some stakes here. You underestimate my prowess. You know, when we're done here, at least we get to visit this place where it won't be affected by it. Thank you. Here what's saying that that's how to put on a performance of my music scene. Let's sit at the feast table eagerly awaiting my entertainment. My Masaras of Samu of Zamfara appears before me in armor. Behold, I am the mighty Kimba. I'll deliver this vile Uni Akatumide of Loanazia to his maker personally. Before I can respond, a wooden sword is placed in my hand. This is no doubt a performance of the time I was victorious in Kimba's peasant revolt. I wonder, should I indulge in this? Wonderful, I'll say. Because we sure did beat that peasant revolt. on our way down. Next year we'll get another one of these. But how's it going? Have you no shame? Guards. You know, my prowess has been a bit questionable. Like, if I want to lead armies one day, gotta improve your fighting skills, which I'm willing to throw money into that. What happened to you? How'd you lose your eye? We don't know when that happened, unless it's dual related. In fact, you may want to look at those. Did it happen during the war, or were you among those that were affected by that disease that was there? Speaking of which, still next door, but it has no chance of being reinfected here. So you're alright. As you were saying. The tribe of Oyoile seems like a truly open and accessible place. With a bloated elbow be as it's true. Everywhere I look I see signs which all point to one thing. Undeclared taxable amenities. Livestock count seems to be higher than reported. The elbow of veterans of both seems almost luxurious enough for it to be due. Tubulefa suggests there's taxed as excess since the Isle of Oil has clearly not been paying her dues. I'll rake them off from now. Word has reached me the plan's been interrupted. So, in other words, it just ended due to some further claim for the chiefdom of Kawali. So, we had no choice but to leave. And we'll go to this next place. Last holdout of the illness. The child was not affected by it, thank goodness. As I managed to get through a dangerous path I don't defile inside the rest of the night. As I walk around the encampment, suddenly a strange feeling that someone's missing bothers me. I asked God and agreed with everyone on one thing. They all remember seeing them all day. She's just wondering. He was keeping a rear guard as we entered the war-torn province. I suppose it wasn't the best idea knowing our bravado. She's probably already gunning for the front lines. Unless it's just lost somewhere in the forest. Search party. Find her. And got her. So you're siding with Zamfara in these internal politics as we tour the grounds here. The Princess of Fashion, they call you. She's with the gracious house of our showing her lands and possessions of pride. I immediately take it back when she starts staring, clearly trying to draw my attention away from a apparently unremarkable door passed by. Are you hiding something from me, Wabasupe? I take advantage of a moment stunned, shameful, guilty. There's silence to push the door open. Not surprised what I find. A deposit of food, gold pieces, and general goods. Now, we may like each other, but all I can say is it's only fair to share this with your uni. Time for tribute. Thank you very much. Now we go north. As the disease has died out. There's only one way to solve this. Shut up! Treat their wounds if you can. We solve this through violence. If you got a problem, you say it to their face. You got that? Several peasants gather around me, ask for stories from my life. Think back what I could tell them, and the two stories jump to mind. One was when I became the ruler of the High Kingdom. Is a lovely memory. On the other hand, when I was victoriously kin-bust peasant was a more awesome tale. Liking inspired, loyalty and fervor. I'll tell the first story. I'll give it a shot. Wins the fight. I think you're pardon most of those issues. Water found from interrogation. Oh yeah. 11. That's the best you got. Yoruba are a superior model fiber. Well, now, since you have previously secured 10 successful trade deals along the African trade routes, the more deals conclude, the higher chances of gaining the Trans-Saharan merchant trade. Which there's a 4% chance of gaining that. So, keep it up. Bank! Cultural Festival! Streets are hanging with tapestries. The smell of freshly cooking. Away of them shines during this time of year. After weeks of labor, the final day of the harvest is finally here, and teams are formed among the locals to try and gather the final patches of crops. Look at this! One of them brags as he heaves his sight towards the field, cutting no more than anyone else. My lord, come celebrate with us. Only out of the goodness, singly the group dancing merrily about a house. Either option is good. So I'll say such a lovely celebration. this one to reduce time. Construction time. Yes. You know what? Go ahead. We'll let you go. Also, what's going on? Oh yeah, she's at war. $17 months. You cannot hang on. Just go home already. I think we've collected enough. Let's keep going. A great boulders are placed at the corner of with a bit too much peasantry. I think a coincidence. As you get closer to quickly understand the interest around it. As the weapon has been crushed on its surface. It's shiny by half steel, half stone. The old Uduwa spear. I should let it take it as a pleasantry. That's just out of my generosity. We'll be back on the march. I'd take any necessary delays because it buys us time to have a chance for another trade deal. Only one way to solve it. Don't hurt my Trans-Saharan merchant. How are we going to do without him if he dies from his wounds? You again? You had one last time and now you say you don't? Calm down, will ya? Quit being so damn bombastic. Tell me my future. Joe bodes well, you say. Here's some more. 23. Well, we did what we could, but it gives me enough for now to have another dynasty legacy. Now look, fortified oasis just gives vassal levy contribution, castle building construction costs will be reduced although we're not feudalized. And average scholars, I mean that's nice and all, but I think we should start looking towards. I mean the first three, that's very good, but this whole Siljamasa prosperity. And this other thing would be suited if you're playing as a Berber or North African entity. But we're down here, so switch to something else. I'm looking. Let's just do this for once. Heroes of Old. Gain a mighty endeavor for older to a legend seed. This legend seed is usable only once per dynasty. It can be used by any member. And we can afford it, you know. Oh, we already have Custodian on the side, but Guardian on the Holy side. I guess we could afford that, but... Okay, there it is. This is a legitimizing legend. What makes that different is it increases renown. Monthly renown. And promoters get renown and stewardship up. And the barony modifiers, well, this one's for control, but this one's for development and popular opinion. We could do that. I'm only 30 years old and oh yeah, it's time to commission artwork for the craft guild. We used to have 2 of these things, so... Your stewardship's excellent. I think we need another ivory wood carver. And if it's made very good, make it as another court artifact. Just like with that one here. I could place 2 more of those there. I could see that. What's my legitimacy like? You gotta hold court if you want to increase legitimacy. My vassal, they approach the throne of the middle-aged mantle. My liege Nunis, that's my acquainted Aken Molioro, Shaki, seeks the honor of serving in the Veteran Knights. Given the opportunity to prove his quality. This man knows the way around the sword and will not let you down when it counts. Go ahead, come and... Miss Olsakens, Loel, who I thought was a prisoner in house arrest, somehow appears before my throne. My lord, surely does food served in my prison is far worse standard than what you ever respect guess, or is truly the best your cooks could do. Like, should I like bake truffles for dinner from now on? I don't know, my knight runs his room. My apologies, my lord, I was guardian, but he was so charming he duped me into letting him out. I'll say to the dungeon with you! My sister could barely contain a rage. Something must be done about that Igbo outsider. So just stick this one. I've had quite enough of that. Oh, much halo and the ridiculous customs. I mean, have you seen how those savages eat? It's time for your foreign subjects to adopt the mores of their betters. The Lower Niger is the land of many peoples. You gotta respect it. And here's another thing that we don't typically spend on. Assemble these states though. Real! That's a lot. But it'll increase your legitimacy level to true, and then people will stop looking at you more negatively. So just organize the whole damn affair. That is one hell of an investment we made. That didn't last long. $4 months yet. Why not? Just develop all the way up to 10. The estates of the realms in a sad affair, or my opinions are countered. My decision disregarded and risk being a political puppet in my own realm factions, be they noble or common. And in it has been an expensive affair where nothing so far has been accomplished around politically losing the reins over my own subjects. God damn! Oh. Assert my political will. I'll do this even though it's going to give me stress for being just, because either that. So I am rough over this. So this is going to drop my fame a bit, lose a bit of renown, increase the dread so much that people are probably going to get rid of me. I'm sure they would. Early in the evening today, I've received word from my vassals that they want to forge an agreement with me, and they provide me a much higher number of levies for long term in exchange for upfront payment in order to finance their projects. It's now late at night, and the decision I'm about to take is preventing me sleeping. What should I do? Since I'm so damn dreadful these days, I'll just say force the thing. So, Dread's at least 20. Attempt to intimidate my vassals to give an extra without compensation. At least the success of this depends on your good intrigue, which I do not have. Torture eventual cause. So I don't have that. Beware, this option might fail spectacularly. And it did. That dropped my dread. It's alright. I'm not as intimidating as some folks suggest. Today, I visited dog kennels alone and confident on security. A few individuals hiding in the shadows assaulted me with clubs and left me severely injured. So I was trying to understand what's going on. One of the thugs whispered to my ear, "Stop intimidating your good and kind vassals, or else." The mostly resourceful of them might finish definitively the lesson taught today. Oh my goodness, I just got beaten by a few individuals. This was an assassination that says, "You don't scare people anymore. Quit being mean to your people." I mean, I can't help it. It's like I'd like to see justice around here, but if you don't do things like you're supposed to do, I will get mad. But now, they beat me. But the question is, will I survive? So nobody likes dreadful monarchs. Alright, it's reached development of 10. And we can keep it going. As I lie in bed constrained by my wounds, I have time to reflect on the meaning of life and how tenuous my grasp for all this. My fate rests part of my constitution, partly on the care I receive, but mostly on life. As time passes, the conclusion approaches, but in the end, I'm ready to accept my destiny. Well, 80% chance that I'll die, 60% chance I'll get scarred, 60% chance I'll become maimed, just like my predecessors, or 40% chance that I'll recover severely injured. And have recovered. Okay. I got lucky on that one. It ain't your turn, even though you do have a future of your own. I forgot it, we can upgrade this. Fortified tribal hold. Go ahead. Where's our royal architect? Still here. Okay, good. Because we can get this done faster. Because we have our stewardship working on it, our architect, the perks. It's been 2 years since you passed your dangerous and your dangerous blade master with 20 prowess brute skills. How much depends on your effort and easy understanding of the master's techniques. So I increased my prowess by 1. Continued trading. I'm only 31, so if your prowess is less than your master's and you're less than 40 years old while not being a prisoner or not incapable, you might like to pay another 2 years of training. Your blade master recruit at the start of your training, and its prowess is 15 if he is competent, 20 if he's dangerous, 25 if he's deadly, and 30 if he's elite. Continue. We make good income these days. Well, we shouldn't really worry about that stuff. We're basically living in a golden era. A rather, contentious golden era. Just a trinket, not good enough to make it a cord artifact, but it would definitely do for the time being. Ups the martial skill a bit. Every little bit helps. You may never know that there will be a time where I have to lead an army during a crisis. As the chiefdom of EPE increases development, there are several additional needs in terms of infrastructure for the county to achieve its full potential. Roads, bridges, aqueducts, public baths, sewers, basic healthcare facilities, and much more are in demand across the county in order to grow. Unfortunately, all these facilities cost gold, and I'm the one who's required a foot to build. I have to pay 50 for the continued sustained development. Every little bit helps. Even if I put myself in the negative money for a while. Glory is widely known. Yes, sir. Cannot spare the gold. Well aware. Need monetary reserves because we have a bad habit of big spending. As I engage in idle chat with Kenga today, she asked me, "Have you read about how some of the Orisha scriptures describe hell? Some say that parts of hell are very hot and fiery, where you're in great pain from the heat that constantly burns. Other parts, meanwhile, are freezing cold and your limbs grow numb with pain as you freeze to death again and again. I have to wonder, a hot hell or a cold hell is preferable." So I'll say it isn't proper to talk about such things. the ongoing conflict, you know, that kind of money. They're working on tirelessly to get out of that quarrel. I believe it's what the right cards of the settlement may be reached. To their job war. So I'll say they'll do as I say, as their Uni. It'll end at white peace. Cause I says so. Take a drink. I'm trying to think about the future. So, in 3 years' time, we're gonna get city planning. Which is excellent. You even expanded all the way to Temecca. Really going up the Trans-Saharan trade routes, huh? Way to go. Marshall. God damn ya. You sinful fool. Slowly expanding there, thanks to the vassal fighting conquests and holy wars. And looks like we finally obtained them. Thus completing, you know, creating this small empire, but it's no small empire now. Expanded greatly. Hold it right there. Won't be there in time. We shall see about that. But they say you will not be there. Oh, we could. We could. But I fear delays may get me. It's for a horse race. That's what that's for. Ah, it's getting too late at this point. Oh! I just had to pull something. Damn, you've grown so big you might as well form your own kingdom. Yeah, a fortified tribal hall. That would most certainly keep them busy. And in a few years' time, we gotta start making investments on upgrading these trading posts. So I can make even more fortune. So that way we rely less on raids. Because the first 100 years of this playthrough, we relied on raids, and by luck. But now we're slowly becoming, you know, something more of, you know, words. Still mad at me, sister. Also, I thought about this idea because due to that education and not getting enough perks that would benefit me, especially whenever we get to divided attention, just to increase that domain limit a tad bit more. Unless you want to get rid of this. But they're for keeps. Because what I would love to do is to go on a university visit someplace far. Like either is, well, what's the distance was? Look, this is 2 years. Want to pay more? Because the pro skill just went up by 2. Continue the training. Okay, anyways, what I was trying to say is, so okay, it's 2 years over there. Oh, now we're rivals, me and the sister. I recently became aware about the uneasiness of all religious dignitaries regarding my conduct. This is extremely grieving, as I find no fault in my decisions concerning any religious matter. As things stand, I've learned that someone in some way causes diminishing my stand among the religious elites, and my piety suffers. Given a poor opinion about me, I think the main suspect in such an nefarious act is none other than Jala Savalu, my steward. Oh, hell. They've been enraged as of late. I'll decide what to do. I'll try to mend the situation. No piety loss. So it's 2 years over in Cordoba. In the Vatican, it takes 2 years. And what about Mecca? That one also takes 2 years, so it makes a little difference on which way you go. Distance would be similar. But the real question is, I mean, you have to get this magic number. 400 is the number. Basically, the real question is, what's the least dangerous path to travel? My mock comeback in order to train my prowess caused me an injury. Hopefully I'll recover quickly. Probably not. Okay, new bodyguard quick. 8% did I die, 5% scarred, 88 lose, trade wounded. I live. Okay. Bodyguard, 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 bodyguard. 2 bodyguards. Because for goodness sakes. You know how I got whacked behind the head? Because you didn't have any bodyguards with you. Can't seem to watch over everyone. They all turn against me. Dagger. Analytic and so clear rationality. I believe you're that type of person, right? Okay, step towards the right direction. 2 years, and then we'll make investments on these trading outposts so we can have more tax income. Life as the uni isn't always easy. There are a lot of things that cause me stress no matter where I'm over the course of an average day. Never feel recommended different ways to help me with this. CFP EPE recently recommended I designate one of the rooms in my residence for the purpose of relaxation. As she explains it while we're attending one day. This room will be essential for your snuggery. You know what that is, right? A private room that's designed to be comforting and cozy. Something where you can just relax all by yourself if you wish. Nah, I think I'm getting fine by now. There's a giant shade tree outside that you could visit. That's another good place to relax. So we have that. The glassmakers of Ife have been doing well as of late, as the city is one of the major centers of indigenous glass production in Africa. Its glass products, particularly glass beads, are in high demand elsewhere in the region and beyond due to their cultural and religious significance. This boom in the glass-making industry will surely help the region's economy. Great news! Oh yes, that'll help it. Especially in terms of development growth. I'm a paragon of virtue now. Honestly, if you want to go to the university, Cordoba would be the shortest way, shortest distance from that perspective. I was in my council chairs once more, prattling on some nonsense. I've wronged her. Her eyes are aflame as she curses my name once again. The only rise as I dismiss her anger with a scornful shake of the head. She continues to berate me as I snipe backward towards her in turn, catching myself consider her eyes again. No sooner have I snapped out a small reverie than I find my gaze drifting over the curve of her jawline. So strikingly distended by rage, constantly staring, I notice how her chest weighs invitingly. She continues to tire and, what have I got myself into? That's your half-sister, even though we're rivals, but what if? This is so wrong, but is it possible to get rid of rival and turn it the other way around and make a possibility of a lover? This won't work. This isn't gonna work. 0% chance of that happening. She'll reject you. Every now and then, when I wander the countryside, I come across some wild songbirds. These little creatures flitter to and from and perch on its branches on trees and on rocks. As they sing their delightful songs, I find it strangely enjoyable diversion whenever I encounter the creatures, and hearing their singing helps me gain a sense of peace. Perhaps I should do this more regularly to relax. So I don't need no snuggery room. You got the tree, and now you have this permanent modifier. He enjoys listening to songbirds. This character loves going to wilderness to admire the wondrous singing abilities of any and every songbird. So if you're feeling too stressed out about whatever, my faithful court child account was suggesting to help me learn more about warfare. This means the expansion of my libraries and my books at present don't cover the subject matter entirely. I'll dismiss that suggestion, thank you very much. This has gone too far, brother and rival. I am your sister and rival for Oldumar's sake. She scoffs loudly and makes her disdain for my romantic advances clear. I mean, yes, that was a stupid idea to begin with. I wasn't thinking straight. Remember, wait until you have 400 some odd gold, then we'll go to the University of Cordoba. And then we will have try to learn a few things or two. And hopefully things will get better from there. And while you're there with the Trans-Saharan merchants that you'll be bringing with you, hopefully you make some coin back. When the raised voices reach me again. Hi, quench the instinct turn on my heel. The constant bickering to glasses. Cholo and Osope is enough to drive any man mad. Something must be done. I could either treat the situation as an exercise in mediation or eavesdrop approach one with my sympathies afterward. Wrathful, just either option's bad. It was such a fiend. Don't you agree? $16 months. Wait until we reach 400. Hold it right there. A feast. I've been invited to a feast. Well, this could improve relations between us. I'll be there. I'll take my time. Don't bring the merch. That's for a later time. Yeah, I'll be there. The feast is in honor of this person. Well, when we're over there, I gotta befriend Cholo. Just to prevent factionalism. Which, matter of fact, yeah. What's getting destroyed? Not worried about these yet. Okay, after the feast, go to the university. Fisher County tax, thank you! No wonder why the money just jumped just now. Alright, just enjoy your time of merrymaking. And then when we return home, let's get educated. Unlike all the other unis in the past, which I tend to be reclusive, I'm not. I love to travel. Alright, I look forward to this. I've been mad, huh? What start is ordinary if he's kind of exceptional one takes to the presence of a true. We spoke all evening about all manner of subjects and the things I have it. A lot in common. I had such a good time with him. Alright, we're friends now. Who else I could befriend? Well, try her. Vast endless array of food is there's these kind of meals you can expect at noon. Oh, an expensive selection of sweets. Life Fruit Fern, that's a health boost. Ah, shit. Get me a new court physician. It's taking much evening to get myself close to Overhaul until I'll make it feel forced. After all, the best friendships are natural. I want to think of this spontaneous. By Ulukod, stalls my maybe friend barely disguised about. That was a heavy course, and soon after the last weighty one, simply sits too heavily in the stomach. I simply cannot believe that the servant expects to keep serving a master, working this poorly. Yes, it's sadly a poor choice, I think. I'm fun, but not that fun. Fish dwindling down, find myself deep conversation with my feeble. Might as well be fabled because you've been well traveled. Indeed. Inquires about my opinion on trade routes. Subject's deeply interested himself. Yes, subject fascinates me as well. A toast to Tuntuba. This is a decent speech, a bit long-winded, but that's usually how things go. These humble guests are clap and will politely when it finishes, some more enthusiastically than others. Hear, hear. Daylight pours through the windows. In just one moment, the whole hall becomes illuminated. Most of the seats are now empty. Some servants hand me my weapons to take their leave of Chirival. What a pleasure to have you with us. Charles smiles at me. What a feast. Before coming, my clothes were snug and ill-fitting. Now I staggered out of his halls twice as full of food and merriment when I arrived. This was a feast that I will struggle to forget. Gain a bit of legitimacy out of that. These vassals will look at me more highly now. Hell, that's what I should have been doing a lot more. Today with the passing of my half-sister, my heir. We'll never know what kind of ruler she would have become, or if the Devil King will be a blessing and a curse in this high kingdom. She died in childbirth. And this is my new heir, my niece, who is spindly. Going for learning. Okay, I'll make this promise. As we get back home, and then we'll travel one more time for this episode to the university. That when I return, I better get married. It's a bit overdue. Come on, get it over with. Just in time, we get a new physician. Florian. African culture. What is African? That's formed from Roman and various Berber influences. That's who they are exactly. So Florian, you're a good man. Well, actually, there's one that's excellent. Excellent is better than good. So it's this man. Herbalist, physician, reveler. He's got it all. Come along with us. Because we're going on a journey together. A university visit. Because I believe Cordoba is the shortest way. Bring mercenary guards and Trans-Saharan merchants. Plus, of all the routes based on there and there, this one's also the least dangerous out of all of them. And we'll study it hard. Let's go to it. We'll be there on the 16th of July of next year, approximately. only one way to solve this. When people do such things. Yes. I was reading things. Yeah. Come on, come on. Trying to boost authority? No, Regent, no. Fill the coffers. We want extra gold. Because we need to get more money to make investments to build up these trading outposts to be upgraded. Now traveling towards Sahara Kingdom. It's all desert from there. Increase my prowess by 4. Your next rally you gain 2. Keep it up. Because I'm still in the prime of my life and I want to be a good fighter. And also a hunter, which I would love to return to hunting one day. Because you need high prowess. I've seen the world and beheld its many wonders, my Charles, but I've never beheld such beauties as the ones I've seen in Regency. Truly, this is not the women are cut above all the rest. One particularly fascinating specimen has taken my eyes. I was like, a peasant woman by the name of Kenwa. A pretty spring little blossom. She's far too pleased in mind to spend her days saved away in Regency. I mean, she is a noble woman. I did say I would like to get married one day, but would I want to marry someone who's of no political significance? And you know, I do lack diplomacy. So, this is who I chose. At least there's no penalties in marrying, right? As far as I could see, just say, okay, we're married right here, right now, because I found someone else. Only because, you know, lustful, you know, fertility, 30 years old, few children out of it. Diplomacy, especially. Yes. Shall be by my side. With no penalty of prestige or fame. Come on. Get moving. We got a long way to go. I don't want her as concubine. She's a legitimate wife of mine, and she'll come with me. Yeah, I passed through the capital there. Come here. You'll visit the Rock of Gibraltar, the Great Mosque of Doba. Visit there as well. Ditch! Again with this. Okay, you got this fully swayed. Yoip. Is that the wind I hear? You eat it. See? +3 diplomacy. when left to zero resistance. So that kind of helps it. Find a guide. We got lost. I know a cure. Easy. Gee, you know what? All the way. Nice number. We became best friends after I nursed back to health. What our health's doing poor right now. My subversive niece has been released. Good. And we got lost again! Team of all manner of wildlife. Captain Shipcon and I agree that Malaya would be a splendid place to go on a hunt. While we don't have time to stay for a proper outing, as we traverse the areas I spot a pristine wild rabbit at the edge of the forest. Its particular markings on its fur, and I motioned the Shipcon to survey the animal. He spots the rabbit, he grins. What would you say for a friendly wager, acquaintance? Whoever strikes that pristine fellow with an arrow wins. Sounds like a deal to me. Rabbit in sight. We'll both slowly but purposely move closer to the rabbit. Take an aim for its tiny body as it gnashes away with a piece of straw. I pull my string and release, and as the arrow goes straight to the animal's body, the sudden impact launches a few paces, and the tiny body slumps on the ground, motionless. I roar in triumph. Captain Shipcon joins me in my chair. Nice shot, he cries as I dart forward, pick up the trophy. That was fun. 40 gold. Lover's Pox. He was one of my bodyguards. Get him! Repair to this. What the f- You see that cost repair? So... How much does it cost? $85 each. Excellent. Invest. Just pass through the Strait of Gibraltar. Took you a while. Expose the barracks, that's exactly what I want. $85 is the number. Remember that. Sights of cover as a sight to behold. Every crop in bloom, every leaf green, every stem was. I quickly tracked down the sources of it, spotting a man in the field, holding a lecture of some sort of gathering of listeners. When I was Master Garis, I noticed this turns my decks. My knowledge of godling is vast. Yes, comparatively vast. So stay a while and listen. He's a what? Diverged from Andalusian. Let me see. Will color me intrigued, and I became a gardener. Thus increasing the stewardship. Nature will provide for us. Alright, I'm finally here, walking the hallowed halls of Cordoba, the reserved seat of all knowledge of the Ashari world. I have so much to learn from the holy men and women who gather between these venerable walls. What of all the ancient scrolls and books? Of course, major centers of culture are also active markets and offer all the distractions that a student could ever desire. I consider all my possibilities. The locals look at me with a mixture of curiosity and confusion. It's not every day that they see us Yoruba. I must be the first one ever. Let's get started. I guess I'm not the only African here. There's also a Mozarab, and there's the Safari, and there's the Petrochin. Study hard for the next 7 months. The episode will end once I return home. Once we reached home. That's the question. Kota was a renowned center of studies that hosts both teachers and students from far and near. I hardly much thought of it until today, when a religious reference to Musa struck me as hard as blasphemous and contrary to everything I've been taught in my life. It revealed him as a Muwali, an actual heathen. I don't know how to feel about it. I don't care as long as he has something to reach. He's just a teacher. Hey, I haggled in the markets and gained some gold out of it. There you go. Kotaba is often home for fervent debates among teachers and students alike. After a particularly enlightening lecture from our teacher, Musa, I find myself dragged into one such debate with another student, Yafa. No, you're making no sense. You're completely misunderstanding the philosopher's point, I scream. You are completely delusional, he fires back. From the corner of my eye, I see Musa stares at this with a pensive look on his face. But, as the master says, you have convinced him. Harun, one of the most respected teachers of Kotoba, is clearly a foreigner. His accent and manners betray him as a Zama as Akule. While not strictly necessary for my studies, learning his mother tongue would foster a privileged relationship with Harun. It's bound to be a good investment in the future. This brings me closer to Magister. I didn't learn his language, but I gained some stewardship experience. And there's some of that. There goes my Antiquarian. He was there for the long haul. As I'm leaving class after a deep thought-deducing class by Musa, my attention is drawn to the chaotic laughter and screaming coming from outside. Ibumai is leading a donkey along, singing its praise. The crowd of students replies, "Hee-haw, sire ass! Hee-haw!" After every line, when they notice me, they chant me, "Join us! Join us!" The frown on Musa's face speaks volumes of his thoughts about the whole matter. This is outrageous! I'm here to study, not to have fun. Because there's so much things about the world I may not know of. Kotoba's center says that truly attracts students from all over the world. The realization hits me as I contemplate how myself and my fellow pursuers of knowledge, including Afar and Ibumai, all foreigners in Kotoba. I wonder if there's any way I could take advantage of this. We could all learn from each other. The Mozarabs and the Sephardim look at us highly, Yoruba, even though they're like, "What's a Yoruba?" Lines about legacy. That Uni of Lower Niger. What man does not hope to rest when tired, no matter his wealth and the treasure acquired, and hope only for memory's grace that their history finds true place. I don't know how I feel about that. This has been such an amazing experience. When I left, I could imagine a number of wise men that studied in Cortova. The depth of their thinking, the breadth of their research, just being part of their same environment is thinking a much better person. With my new gained knowledge, I can make my way home very satisfied. Knowledge is power. So, low chance to upgrade education rate, medium chance to upgrade it. Well, you got 30 clerk. So you're much better now. And you have the Uni Equipmendes about warfare, the book that they gave me. An adequate manual containing training advice for dueling every weapon known on the battlefield. Tournaments and jousting. The cover is wood, it's been painted displaying a repeating image of a detailed wolf. Thank you very much. Put that over there. And now the long way home for the next 14 months. $50-50. We can start haggling now. As I was settling some administrative matters in my office, I was informed that Nima was giving me a word. Upon admittance, my presence, she proceeded to remind me that I owed her a favor, so I could not forget. As fate has it, seems that it wants me to promote her, increasing her prestige. Of course, I reduce my own fame and I'll be bowing to the whims of this person. Yes, I'll give you a word. My dishonor comes at a cost for that. It used to be illustrious, but now no longer. My army's not a nursery, you jackass. Market villages constructed, thus increasing our fortune. You got it. $50-50. 121. You want to make something wondrous? Master by your peers? Are you in good health? You're fine. Okay, you got it. That's all I wanted to hear. I want a new throne because the old throne from long ago broke. Nephew. $50 gold. Our journey's violently interrupted by the Egalitarian nationals. Desperate crowds are about to meet her end. A noise so horrific it must have come from the depths of Odin. Tended to track source, you find a desperate knight struggling with a wild wolf. Her wedged between the beast's jaws, her grips beginning to falter. This one deserves my help. I've been training for this. And I got mauled by that wolf. But I'm all better now. Yeah, careful not to oversleep again. Better increase the travel speed. We just want to go home. Not a drop. Especially after the better diplomacy these days. As the procession rolls into the oasis of Ijamasan, a peasant walking alongside a row with no shoes His feet are bloodied and swollen. Clearly must have been walking for a long time. As I pass him, I look closely at his face. The sad, sad eyes, the grimace of pain. Perhaps I could help somehow. Get him some shoes. Slope. Given my relevant prowess, and while I'm training to improve it even more, my master attempts to teach me the perfect techniques of fighting, thus giving me a chance, based on his own prowess, to attain a trait that portrays a certain level of expertise in arms. Fate will decide if I'm capable of learning from his techniques. Let's hope for the best. And I got it. Aspiring Blade Master. Now I'm capable of defending myself. You got it. I know an oasis nearby. It's over there. Go to water for some refreshing water. Food gone bad. Just take your time to forage around the hunt. While we wait, we trade. You ain't got no prestige. Again, it's due to investing in market villages. That's why we lost so much prestige. My lord, please. Moment your time to hear my latest poem. This isn't the first Tureg who has tried to influence me with their poetry, and considering the road ahead is surely not the last. There must be true infatuation of poetry here, for every other dreamer is to have a poem in our hearts. I would like to make an attempt. I'll be a poet. Why the heck not? That increases my diplomacy further. As I'm a poet these days. About 2 years have passed and you're dangerous blade master. With 20 prowess has proved your skills. How much depends on your effort and easy to understand master techniques? It is the underline then. Besides always having the option to quit your training, if your prowess is equal and bigger than your master's, you are in prison. If you're more than 39 years old or incapable, you're forced to quit. So again, we've reached Aspiring Blade Master and you did it. So your concern now is get that prestige back up, which there's a lot of ways to do it. During our travels in Sarna, we rested at a local tavern, enjoying a local call fare and cheerful folk music sung in the of a Neha tongue. The merry atmosphere was interrupted by a tall, beefy, and very intoxicated man with one of the smuggiest smiles I've ever seen. He made all sorts of ridiculous statements, like all the enemies he's killed or the women he slept. I just started harassing the other guests, the tavern staff kicked him out. He wasn't so strong after all. My entourage chuckled to themselves, with some saying he was amusing to watch, while others said the tavern should have kicked him out earlier. I enjoyed laughing at idiots like that, and we know there are a lot of them in the world. is, huh? Perhaps you could make a deal. Failed to haggle. Crud. Well, get rid of that. Make some back. Se vai segnava Dindi. Less on the Dindi. Get rid of it. Who do you think you're talking to? No, you, Peter. Love it. Almost home. Gained a lot of gold, thanks to the region. I know what you need. Alright, you gained progress. Oh, I am finally home. Veteran traveler. Hell yeah. There's the throne. It's just a regular ass throne. It's a regal throne of Exocratia. The famous constructed from solid gold posts and the seat is cushioned with wool pillows. Sit down. Gotta repair these. Because I like having these around. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll end the episode on that note. Stop at May 1st. There we go. So we are truly living in a prosperous era. And at least now I'm married to my wife that I found. And nobody seems to mind. As she too loves to laugh at fools. Like I. So. And maybe one day I'll learn your language. And, you know, get to seduce and romance if you prefer. Well, I think you need to seduce her first before you romance and all that. Because she's pretty dear to me. Most beautiful woman I've seen yet. But, nevertheless, we hope you people have enjoyed this episode as this realm continues to expand slowly but surely. As I'm happy with the amount that we make now than it was 100 years ago. So, we'll see you in the next episode. But until then, so long for now.